Yeah. Should be in his bed. It's definitely there somewhere, bud.
Go earbuds.
Little baby.
Dinosaurs watching over Grammys right now. He's on a little mission.
But did you find the dragon?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he's hugging Miles Jr.?
Yeah, because the dinosaur sets him up and the dragon knocks him down.
That's right.
Right.
It's exactly what it is. Oh, Matt, are you okay?
I just broke a ketchup packet. Other than that, I'm fine.
What?
Yeah, you exploded a ketchup packet all over the floor.
Okay.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that's usually where I keep them.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong, Matt.
Watch step number 2. Don't return to the ketchup.
No. Yeah, no, I'm good. Good. I'm good. Yeah.
Ketchup packet 2. Return to ketchup packet.
I heard something pop. I'm like, usually I get hurt. I don't hear a
I was
pop.
nervous it was you that popped. I'm glad it was just ketchup.
No, it was my asshole popping out.
Oh no, my asshole. Pay no attention, kids.
Jackie?
Get my tent all set up. Set up.
As much as I hate it, I think I need to seriously consider this position being offered to me.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't want to do comp.
It's not that I don't want to do comp. It's that I'm comfortable where I am.
Yeah.
But that's not reason enough to stay.
For me, it has more to do with your mental health than anything else. But that's my reasoning.
My mental health is relatively low on the totem pole.
I thoroughly disagree.
Yeah, wait a second.
My physical health and mental health are both.
No, I 100% I wholeheartedly, with every fiber of my being, disagree.
Disagree where it is or disagree where it should be?
I disagree that it should be much higher on the totem pole, if not one of the highest.
Right. Yet, my priority is
Yeah, I'm aware of what your priorities are.
What is it?
Not your mental health, clearly.
Well, you're aware of what my priorities aren't.
Money. You want money.
No. Well, okay.
You want house and money?
I didn't grab my extender. I just grabbed the fucking thing.
Yeah, well, that's dumb.
Yeah. I'll just plug it in.
Plug it in.
Go
plug
get the
it in.
thing!
He's already done his whole,
I'm
like,
going.
wean back.
I'm getting there.
Restart this thing anyway.
I was saying, the system's not even on.
Oh, it was no, it was on.
Sorry. The system's not even working.
It's clean as shit. Fuck. Come on, Sega CD, don't film me now.
Don't film me now, Sega CD. I don't have it in me anymore.
There's some ketchup on the Sega CD.
Oh, did you fire it all
no.
in there? Grab one of the, there's a stack of paper towels there just in case. On top of the current ketchup pile.
Oh, sorry. Again.
Yeah.
Jake, hit the start button, please.
I layered them in so that we could grab them as needed.
The ketchup packet broke the Sega CD.
Well, Hoops, I've always said, watch where you're stepping around here.
I don't want to play
Sega!
Minesweeper.
It wouldn't be you playing Minesweeper, because you pay attention in Minesweeper. You often don't hit the mines. If you stepped right in the front door, and the first thing you did was step on a ketchup packet, That's the only acceptable time to get caught by a mine.
Oh, like when the first click in Minesweeper? I don't like this.
The first click in Minesweeper is always bad. Yeah, that's not a good look. Have you tried a different disc?
No, that's next.
It's not booting.
Really? Thank you.
Thank
Alex.
God you were here.
I know.
To be clear.
I just gave a look like Kramer in the parking garage. All right. Don't know what that was. Catch him in the lens. So you please hit start.
Yes.
It's not a different disc that has the second mystery on it, right?
What?
You said it's not a different disc that has the mystery on it, right?
Doesn't matter. It's not loading the first one.
That's loading.
I had trouble. This is the second Sherlock disc I've had. We're gonna try it again.
Really? What was wrong with the first one?
That one was scratched.
Gotcha.
So we proved the Sega CD works.
Sega CD's fine. I'm in the clear.
Correct.
I feel better now.
Correct. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
I apologize for nothing.
What?
I would have had to apologize if the ketchup packet broke the.
Oh
Sega
yeah,
CD.
yeah.
Now that I and my household are exonerated, now we can move on to let's fix it. Priority number one was not my fault.
I didn't realize you were a Republican. Jackie, could you
I'm
hit that start
corporate.
button?
Do I have to hit it again? No, it's going on its own.
No, it goes on its own. Sega. Come on, you son of a bitch! I feel like the abyss. You never gave up nothing in your life!
Poor Michael Bean.
Why?
I mean, I guess he had a really amazing career.
Oh, I'm sorry. He was in Aliens and The Terminator and The Abyss.
He was right on the
Poor
cusp.
Michael Bean.
He was right on the cusp of being like huge.
Yeah. I'm not giving up yet. But this ain't a good sign.
What's the backup plan? Not that we're giving up. Not that we're giving up.
Oh, the backup plan is I put the Sherlock 2 disc in, and we just skip around a little.
We just do a little more Sherlock. Well, we're not going straight from Sherlock to Sherlock 2, right?
That wasn't the plan, but we will if I have to go to the backup plan.
I second that.
Disco Elysium. Jackie's adventure will be far less zany.
Jackie, hit start, please. Jackie, just hand me the controller.
I'm right. I got it. You let me know when, man.
No, I understand Hoops' frustration. Not with you. It's just in general, he now needs full control over every variable.
Alright.
I get it, Hoops.
it stops. But the disc is still spinning.
Currently?
When I turn it off, the disc is still spinning.
Let me go back to our prior stream.
See how long it took?
Like, it's not this long, but at least it'll give us an idea of when we can cut it. Yeah.
You can't save in this game, so. I actually don't need this. Let's try it now.
Any ketchup in that?
Recognize the disc because it gets to this screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then it tries to load something off the disc.
You want to clean it?
It's spotless. I can't stress that enough.
Maybe the Sega CD is notoriously finicky.
Well, we knew that. All right, Alex, have you come back with a report on how long it took?
Currently viewing all past broadcasts. I just scroll back further than I thought, but I haven't in a while.
It's only been 4 weeks. There's a little bit of a scratch.
There's Mansion of Hidden Souls.
It was after that.
River City Girls 2.
It was 4 weeks ago from today.
There we go. 1 month ago.
No, I did not replace this with the bad disc. The bad disc is in a separate case at home, so I would never do something like that.
Why don't you just chuck the bad disc?
Never know.
That's true. I fixed the Crash Bandicoot in a crazy way once.
Spit on it?
No, I had a tube TV that would overheat. So I took it and I put it on top of that
I
tube
did hear
TV.
this. I have heard this.
Go. Sorry, I did it pre Sonic Come, not post. It takes a little time. But you also get... Here, look, watch. Sega.
Yeah. Alright.
And then it was on the Hourglass for a while.
Yeah, no, we should be able to get to that goddamn title screen.
Unplug it and plug it back in.
It's on a computer.
And yet.
So there are a couple scratches.
You may spit on it?
Get your fucking tube TV out.
Got my...
I mean, it's in real good shape.
I'll go walk around the block, and then you can stick it right on my thighs. Yeah, that upside down zero tolerance.
I'm glad we waited 4 weeks for this shit.
Yeah, and we're back.
Jackie, while this is happening, would you like to tell the story?
Of your day.
Wait.
What?
I mean, we're alive.
No, we are.
Jackie, we've been live for 13 minutes.
Cool. So,
It's riveting shit.
today went fairly normal. We actually only had 11 kids. It turned into 10 when one went home early, which turned into 9 when... No, we had 10.
You
No,
had a number
9
of
when
kids.
another one went home early. So we had 9 kids, and then at the end of the day, 3 were going to go to aftercare or whatever. We had snack, they had their nap, they had snack. After snack, they usually do the closing group, and they pack up, blah, blah, all that. Except this time, as I'm getting ready to clean up all the stuff from Snack, I hear Michelle. So we're khaki kangaroos. Down the hall is Yellow Ducks. That's the name of the classroom. We're khaki kangaroos.
Khaki kangaroo.
Down the hall is Yellow Ducks or the other Manville classroom. All of a sudden, I see Michelle book it down the hall as fast as she possibly can, screaming, "Call 911!" I'm not even joking. She runs to the office, says something really fast, runs back out. She's a panic because here's the thing about Michelle. I love her. She's a wonderful teacher. She does not handle emergencies well at all. She's running as fast as she can. I look at Sam after hearing that. I book it out the side door of my room. I literally hurtled over children sleeping in another room to get to their room as fast as I could because as Rosa was like getting the kids to leave that room, because Valentina, a 4-year-old girl in her class, was currently laying on the floor outside the bathroom seizing. And no one knew what to do. And so I hopped in, and I had to just make sure that she wasn't foaming. No foam. It was mostly just saliva.
Oh, good.
Well, because it could be epileptic, if that's the case. But she has no history of seizures, so this was very sudden. And so all of a sudden I realized she's laying on her right side, which is good for her, but also because if she was laying on her back, she might have choked. But, like, she's biting her tongue. So, like, nobody's done anything, so I'm, like, automatically, like, shoving a paper towel between her teeth because it was most likely a focal seizure, which is the most benign possible one you could have. It could be caused by illness, it could be caused by drugs, it could be caused by age, so most likely that's what they thought it was. But the fact that, like, her jaw just kept going back and forth, so I couldn't get her tongue out of the way, and she almost bit my finger off. legitimately, no, Matt. I wish I could explain.
Can't bite it off, but
well, no, you know what I meant. She literally almost dislocated my joint here. But I was getting paper towels in there for her because she actually did end up biting her tongue a little bit, which was such a shame. But then, like, afterwards, her pupils were dilated, and it went on for about, probably at most, from beginning to end, at the most, it had to be 2 minutes, if not just a minute and a half.
Yeah.
But then, she falls asleep for a little bit because, her body just worked really hard trying to get through the seizure. And then, she kind of, wakes up, but not really. And I'm, basically holding her the whole time. They had called an ambulance as soon as Michelle said it. And I don't know what the fuck Franklin Township was doing, but it wasn't sending a fucking ambulance at the breakneck speed it should have been, considering it's a preschool. We had to wait, I shit you not, 15 to 20 minutes for an ambulance that is 5 minutes down the road.
What the hell are they doing?
I have no fucking clue. Because I literally had her in my lap the whole time, trying to make sure that she was okay, and make sure that she was upright so she could breathe and everything. She was breathing through the whole seizure, which was another reason why I think it was just a focal seizure. But, Michelle's panicking. Rosa takes the kids into the room with Sam. Sam is trying to keep all the kids relaxed and together. And Miles, what is it? Oh, Alex, you
Yeah, bud, what's up?
What? So I end up holding her until the paramedics come. Or the EMTs or whatever. Oh, bummer. I end up holding her until the ambulance gets there. Meanwhile, there's a cop there who's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And even he was looking like, where the fuck is this ambulance? Eventually, because Valentina's mom speaks 2 languages. She speaks English and Spanish. Her sister is in her 20s. That's her older sister is in her 20s. Valentina's 4 years old. I don't know what the fuck happened with that age gap. But, apparently Valentina's sister's, in therapy because she treats Valentina so much better than she treated her and all this other stuff. But Valentina's sister came when they called for an emergency family member.
Yeah.
And her sister, and honestly, here's the thing. That's not her daughter. That's her sister. She's also a college student. And in my opinion, she handled this with unending grace. Because holy cow, I could see she wanted to cry, but she kept trying not to. she was scared and she was on the phone with her mom and she was there talking to people and translating and going back and forth. Meanwhile, she didn't want to cry in front of Valentina.
Yeah.
And I looked at her as I'm holding Valentina. Valentina's not even like conscious for the most part. Like she's there, but not really. Like she still hasn't spoken, but she does like nod her head. So she does answer. But like I looked at her sister and I was like, you are allowed to be scared right now. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like that's normal. Like, so yeah, she was a little warm to the touch, which meant she was still technically in danger of having another seizure. So they had to be careful. That's why I wasn't moving her. But like, Michelle was in tears afterwards because she's like, I don't know what to do in these situations. Like, she's like, no matter how many times I take like emergency care training, like she's just like, I'm not good at emergencies. She's like, I'm just not good at this.
Yeah, I get it.
And I was like, well, the worst part is that nobody would have seen this coming. Like, she couldn't even, she's like, I can't even think about what happened beforehand. I was like, and that's normal because like, your brain wouldn't think I have to remember every single moment of every day. So like, and there's no history of seizing, so like no one would have thought this would happen.
Right.
I was like, and if it's a focal seizure, it was gonna happen anyway. Like whether or not she did anything differently, it would have all happened the same. So they took her to the hospital, and then I haven't heard anything about her condition since then. But apparently they're going to transfer her to Weston, which is the actual public school in Manville.
Oh, for this kind of thing.
So that because we don't have a nurse.
Oh.
We're a satellite.
Yeah.
We're a satellite room. So they're sending her to Weston because they have a nurse on the premises at Weston. So they're going to transfer her after the spring break.
What, the seizure girl?
Yeah. But the poor kid, like, she was crying. She must have been absolutely scared out of her mind. This poor kid. And honestly, here's the thing. Because it was so quiet. So she must have actually fallen, like, ragdoll style and not, like, full-on plank. Because nobody heard her fall. So no one heard her fall, and all of a sudden Sophia is like watching her, and she's like, Valentina, why are you doing that? And that's when the teachers noticed that it was happening because she was literally right behind a bookshelf. No one could fucking see.
Give me the notepad.
But yeah, like so
Shit's fucked.
so it was one of those moments where like I could have
Format the
absolutely.
internal RAM.
It was one of those moments where I could have absolutely.
I'm trying with this thing first.
Yeah,
Give your
absolutely.
pencil.
Got this.
Whatever.
What happened to all the other notes?
I don't know, man.
There was a bigger notebook. Where'd that notebook go?
I told you to keep it in here. Did you put it back in here?
No, I think you took it from me.
No, I didn't, Al. I told you put it in the note. No, I told you put it in here. Besides, this isn't a whole new game, so it's all different information.
I mean, we might not even be playing this one.
Shut your hole.
What does formatting the backup RAM on the Sega CD do?
It's for the save, so there's internal RAM for saving it.
Yeah, but do we have anything? What I mean?
No, I don't give a shit, but it won't let me get past this without that.
Format the backup RAM and then try the other Sherlock.
That's dumb.
Just dumb enough to work.
You need to put a disk in the system, and then while it's checking, press C.
I'll keep it with this one first.
So the last time we did this, another game, it was able to format it itself.
You're working on that. We'll be right back. Excuse me, Matt.
There's only 6 saved items. Format the RAM, right? You're gonna format everything?
There's nothing else on here. That's the external, is this one.
What's Jackie doing?
You're asking me?
Do you need help?
It'd be nice, but I'm not gonna ask for it.
I wasn't sure what was happening. Did you get salt?
Yes, I got salt.
We haven't had
Alright,
salt.
so this will be playable. But you're right. Let me go try the other disc now in case that was the actual issue.
And it's possible the first volume
Which
just
is
didn't have a
really
thing to tell you.
fucking dumb if that's the issue.
Oh yeah, for sure.
At least this one told me.
there for me to grab that?
No, just by the door.
When the paramedics finally got there, Jackie.
Did you say anything to them?
Yeah, I explained to them what I saw. I explained what her
No, I'm
condition.
gonna say what took you so
What
long?
took you so long?
No, because I was honestly more
Concerned about this.
concerned about.
I know, I get it.
Well, no, it's not even that. I didn't want to freak my sister out.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I totally get it.
legitimately, Jordan and Ashley, two of the office people, were so pissed at how long. She's like, I think I need to make a complaint to the township. That was unreal.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was like, go for it. I'll back you up because that should not have taken that long.
Oh my god.
It's
Got it.
working!
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's all about formatting that backup ring.
I probably never needed to buy the second disc. Fuck me. Okay, we're back to the...
Yeah, that's true. That might have been the problem with this one. Now, you know what?
Oh, fuck me.
Wait, no hoops. No hoops. You get to be right.
What?
My friend, you get to be right.
I'm right? What am I right about?
You kept the other disc despite it being perfect.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So you get to be right in keeping that. If you go back and that works, now you've got 2 copies.
I've got 2 copies. I mean, yes, I've wasted money, but I will say the second one I have the newspaper for at least.
Oh, good. Having the physical newspaper will add a level of
Hey, look, it's in good shape.
Oh wow.
Staples. It's
Okay. All right.
pretty nice. Okay.
I like it. I like
And,
a physical prop.
A registration card is present.
Well, we'll have to register.
What benefits do I get?
I don't know. It should say so on the registration card, I believe.
Well, okay. We get to complete this. Fuck me. That's
We get to
I
start
can't.
this.
I can't stress how incredibly dumb this was.
Don't worry. We'll make sure to format it again before we start next
Well,
time.
we're not even using it.
Something was using it. What was it? What did you have in those 6 spaces?
I gotta say, at least today.
No, it was so the battery when the battery dies because we haven't used it in
It
4
keeps
weeks.
like a log or something.
What?
What is it like? Create a log or something like that?
No. So the it's like like on a Pokemon cartridge where the battery is storing RAM. It's
Yeah.
keeping the memory in like actual RAM as opposed to like, like a flash drive, which is non-volatile RAM. This is volatile RAM. So there's a battery in there that does it. It's not a normal watch battery. It's a special battery designed for this that lasts a long time if it's plugged in. But if it's not plugged in, it'll slowly
It
drain out.
discharges, yeah.
So because it's been 4 weeks, we got fucked. Anyway.
That's funny. So you had to format
You okay,
the RAM.
Jackie?
Yeah, I'm just tired. Adrenaline rush and all that. But yeah, honestly, here's the thing. Today was probably, if this were to happen, at least it happened today, sadly, because the kids weren't in school. So I didn't, I was coming home late. I would have missed their bus. But mom calls me as I'm getting into my car. She's like, "We're at your house." I was like, "Okay, well, I just had an emergency, so I'm gonna be a little bit late. I'm on my way now." And I get there, and I must have looked exhausted just because of all of that cortisol and adrenaline dumping. And I must have looked exhausted. And mom looks at me, and I could see the funny look on her face. And I just looked at her like, I just had to stay with a kid with a seizure for a second. And she just oh. And I was like, yeah. And honestly, here's the thing. Between Sam, Michelle, Rosa, the 4 of us Manville people, I am the one that they are coming to consider the emergency person.
Oh, God.
So whenever there's a real emergency, if a kid starts throwing up on the playground, no, Sam doesn't mind it, but she doesn't she's not thrilled with cleaning up puke, whereas I'm just not bothered by it. Michelle throws up over it, so I end up doing that. But when Enzo was choking on his food, I was the one that went and did Heimlich. When Logan was choking on his food, they almost brought me into the room so that I could perform Heimlich. I have now become the person that when something serious is going on, I'm stepping in. And I don't mind it. It actually doesn't bother me because I could tell I was the only one that was not in tears at the end of this because legitimately I was like, this turned out okay. She's on the ambulance. She's getting what she needs. Like to me, it was a win. Like, and I can see why for like if it was our room and everything, why it might make me a little scared. You know, I don't know Valentina very well, but like ultimately, like they were all crying. Like Michelle was freaking out because she doesn't feel like she did enough and all this other stuff. And I'm meanwhile I'm sitting there going, this worked out okay. Like, she's on the ambulance. Like, you know, like, she didn't bite her tongue off and you know, like, she didn't choke on anything and she's alive, you know?
Correct.
Like, she was scared, but she was alive. So to me, I'm like, but then, like, Rosa feels bad because she's like, I didn't do enough. And then Michelle's like, I didn't do enough. And I'm looking at them like, we won, guys. Like,
Yeah,
we, like, no, because
absolutely.
it's not even a matter of, you know, I didn't do a party was just like, but we did it. Like, we got through it. We did great. Like, what? We don't have to worry about this anymore now.
Correct.
Yeah, Jackie and the others.
But yeah, so that's now, and I was so funny because I think at some point Jordan looked at me and was just like, "Thanks for being a rock star," and I just looked like, "Yeah, you know, if I don't get my coffee, I'll have like a really bad attitude and I'll get really upset and start crying about it. But if somebody's seizing, I'm your girl." Like, the sad part is that's legit. But yeah, so that's what happened. The mystified murderess, is that where we are?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You probably have to click the button and not the text.
Which one?
The ones to the left?
The one to the left of
No,
the
I
text.
know which one of these buttons. I forget which one's which.
It's usually C.
It is not.
Try A.
A.
Hey, there's 3 of them, so...
My brain's not working, sorry.
Society burglar strikes again.
Oh, that's soft. I can't hear a
Serious
thing.
burglaries. 6 over the
We're
period
at max
from
now.
June 2nd to June 17th. On July 2nd, the 7th occurred at the home of Sir Sanford Leeds. Cleopatra tiara stolen, it says. As in the other cases, no sign of extensive search by the thief, and only one piece of jewelry involved. Victim elsewhere at the time. Here's a complete list of the particulars, Holmes, if you care to read it.
I believe you'll find it in the study. How do you do, gentlemen? I am Gerald Locke.
Please be seated, Mr. Locke. How can we be of service?
3 days ago, Guy Clarendon was found murdered at Halliday's. It's preposterous, but Miss Frances Nolan has been charged and is being detained at the criminal court, Old Bailey.
Frances Nolan. Ah, yes. Sister of Loretta Nolan. Only survivors of Sir Malcolm Nolan, founder of the Aberdeen Navigation Company. I seem to recall that Sir Malcolm and Lady Nolan were killed when some lunatic threw a bomb into their carriage. Seems to me that later I heard something about it being a case of mistaken identity. Wasn't one of their little offspring in the carriage with them at the time?
Yes, it was Loretta, Frances's sister. She was only 4. Miraculously, she was uninjured.
Mr. Locke, I've heard that
That's
you are a
suspicious.
tutor for Miss Frances Nolan's hand, are you not?
Yes.
And was it not also true that she was being courted by Guy Clarendon?
Unfortunately, yes.
Have you any idea why Frances Nolan was charged with the crime?
Well, she was discovered over the body with a pistol in her hand.
That would do it.
But you don't understand. Frances is totally incapable of murder. Not even of a scoundrel such as Guy Clarendon.
Scoundrel? But he's from such blue blood. Also, if I'm not mistaken, he's an accomplished batsman for the West London Cricketers. A ranked fencer in international competition.
He was
Must be okay then.
founder, Watson.
What an understatement. Guy Clarendon was excessively fond of cards and strong drink. His father had all but disinherited him. I tried to tell Frances that Clarendon was no good, but to no avail. And now look at the mess she's in. Will you help?
Most certainly.
Okay.
I'll read the text about the case as well. I was just seeing if I could find anything about the issue.
And do you have a better pencil over there? This thing sucks. Total
There's one
ass.
over here.
Thank you.
You realize that's a colored pencil, right?
Is that a problem?
No,
That
this
it's
one was a
colored?
colored pencil. Oh, you're being an asshole, got it.
All right, the mystified murderess, 4th of July, 1888.
Mm-hmm.
Her suitor was infuriated, but his kind lady had been charged with the murder of a scoundrel, a fortune-squandering bounder, a true cad. Rumors were that she had favored the young fellow, but he had frolicked with her sister.
Whoa.
It is said that 3 makes a crowd. In this case, it made a corpse!
I see. So it was Gerald what?
Ferraro.
Gerald Locke or Lot?
It doesn't say it here, so...
That's the guy who brought it to us.
Should I
She
check
was
let's check the
Frances
newspaper?
Nolan.
Newspaper.
July 4th, 1988.
Hold
So,
on.
yeah, we're July 4th, 88, that's the one.
Frances Nolan.
I can see nothing.
We should probably get a little more information on the case.
I'll pull up the PDF again, too.
Births. Marriages.
I do appreciate the amount of,
Ingleby.
I do appreciate the amount of effort that went into the newspaper.
Oh, for sure. Duff.
Did you have some of the vodka, too?
No. This is just me. There was the death.
I'm saying we should probably
Edward Barton Gardner.
get some more information
I'm
about...
trying to find the guy that was dead. Oh, never mind. Royal Majesty's largest stock of marble chimney pieces. Fire department for fire escapes and fire extinguishers.
We last played on March 18th, by the way. It's been almost a whole fucking month.
Jesus. To all concerned, and he cast down the pieces of silver and went and hanged
Is
himself.
that James Moriarty?
Yeah.
I think it's Jimothy.
Also, that's Matthew 27:5. Excuse me. Tomorrow, look at the moon. FR. Is that Francis?
No, it'd be Francis Nolan.
Oh, never mind.
That's
Francis Bacon.
Franklin Roosevelt.
Oh.
The
Anyway.
moon calls. Franklin Delano Roosevelt was actually Moon Knight.
Oh!
Little known. Go back.
Francis J. Bailey returns.
Okay,
Sincere
nope.
thanks. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, why aren't you giving them shit? Huh? Colored with dark head and shoulders? Fuck.
They're talking about a dog.
I know.
Jackie.
I know. I'm just saying, you gave me shit.
I've missed this.
2 million acres of Florida land.
Oh, that's worthless.
It will eventually become
Okay,
Disney World.
we gotta get rid of this game. You see what they did here?
They didn't
Feel
put a
a
space
pen?
between Walnut and Street.
No.
They called it Philippine.
Wrong.
Oh. Gulf Coast land.
Tampon Springs?
No.
Tarpon Springs.
They hate our country.
What?
Oh, Gulf Mexico.
How dare they?
Writer's cramp, trembling, musician's cramp, and weakness of the muscles cured by Mr. Archibald Sinclair. And he was cured. Ooh, revolving bed table. What? Oh, bed table. I got it now. Chub locks.
What
For
the hell
your
is that
chub.
sound?
For your half chub. Oh, it's
That's-
Abby's glowworm.
It's Miles's.
How is that thing still here?
The glowworm?
Yeah.
It'll turn off on its own.
Yeah, but like, you threw out 7 bags.
And kept worm.
Why wasn't that in there?
Because
Are
worm
you
is
kidding?
a staple.
That is not even that. That is benign. The things that I got rid of. No, like we kept the train station that you got from me. Those wooden train stations. That dinosaur track.
Oh, thank God.
His hang on.
Oh, Dylan got him?
Yes. He chose to get rid of his remote control T-Rex. I can't. He can hear me.
He's asleep.
He
No,
is
he's
asleep.
not. I wish.
Miles, you asleep?
Learning.
He's adapted.
John Bull, a real Jubilee game.
What are the chances that that guy from Baltimore is alive? Low, right?
What the fuck are you talking
The
about?
one they deported to that El Salvadorian prison?
Oh, yeah, no, he's dead.
Like, that's definitely why they're just like, no, we can't get him back.
Royal
I guess there's three situations. Either they don't want him reporting back about how bad it is, and Trump has now told the El Salvadorian president to be like, we're not going to give him back, right? Or he's dead. Or they just have no idea where he is. It's not like they're documenting that shit, right?
Or, well, I'm gonna go fourth one. They just don't give a shit.
The Royal Italian Circus.
Yeah, they might be doing it just to show
I mean, I wanna...
Hercule Lamouche.
Lamouche.
First off, we have Hercule Douche.
Amazing
also-
India Rubber Man.
What is India Rubber Man?
He's very bendy.
Have you not played Street Fighter?
A long time ago.
That's actually really funny. Is that
Dhalsim?
that can't
I don't
be?
remember that.
You don't
That's
know?
fucking funny.
Yoga Fire. And he's got the arms that stretch.
No.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's basically made of like gum tree. Japanese village, the only one in the kingdom. Oh, they patronize it. What assholes! Nobody wants to be patronized. Sporting, secondhand sporting
There you go.
guns. Al, or
Dhalsim.
pheasants for
I don't remember him.
Muse. Oh, Al, look at that. The Pokemon get pheasants too.
Oh, that's nice.
Would you take a page out of our book of dumb jokes tonight?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
It's the second page.
Coaching season. Two gentlemen fond of coaching or who are desirous of learning to drive a team. A few gentlemen are arranging to run a road coach daily.
Oh, road coach. I thought it was a team. Have we found anything useful in this thing yet?
Cricket equipment.
We can't know because we don't know anything about the case other than the people.
Didn't
who
these
were
people play
murdered.
cricket? Nah, nobody cares.
One of them was a professional cricketer.
Cricketeer.
You might want to note those down anyway, Alex.
Cricket equipment of all makes and uses. The supplier to professionals and day trippers alike. Howell and James, 5, 7, and 9, Regent Street, London. Open evenings. Catalog available upon request.
She was a day tripper.
Next.
Hunting dogs. Still a large society burglar.
This is important.
After a month of jewelry burglaries.
Burglaries.
After a month of
Jackie's
jewelry
cooting him up.
Get your burglaries in.
Burglaries.
What did I say? Said yesterday that made me upset.
You said this morning.
Was that what I said it?
She said something that she
I
added
was
me.
kidding. No, it was last night. I was taking the yellow box out of the bedroom because I was playing with the Legos yesterday. I by myself was playing with the Legos
That's
yesterday.
not a problem.
I take it out.
Everything that you've done, that is like...
Right,
Normal.
you're allowed to do
That's
burglaries.
normal.
Okay, good. So I take it out and I was like, yeah, can you help me move these Legoies? And I was like, oh, fuck me.
That's bad.
I was like, oh, no, that one can't stay. No, that dog can't hunt, sir.
Obviously, I've been watching a lot of the old streams. I should have written down the amount of times where you add E's at the end of something.
Not surprised.
Because, although if
My
I
kids
did,
are growing out of it too, so I
would
can't even blame
never
them
finish
anymore.
my watch through.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because it's constant.
No, absolutely. And legitimately, my kids are growing out of it, so I will not have them as an excuse soon.
Right, you'll just keep doing it
I'll
then.
just keep doing it. After a month of jewellery burglaries from some of London's most fashionable homes, Scotland Yard reports little progress in the identification and apprehension of the so-called society burglar. The victim of the latest theft, Lady Leeds, has become so overwrought by the invasion of her bedroom by this unknown man and by the loss of her prized diamond tiara that she has been hospitalized at the suggestion of her physician. Although any impetus to attach the increasing problem of crime should be welcomed, it is unfortunate that the impetus comes more strongly when the class of victims is expanded.
Very true.
That is very true.
Oh, true.
There's another article on the society burglar about 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh,
5,
there's
6,
another thing
7,
about this
about
statement.
8 from now.
To the editor of the Times, Sir, surely it is time that some effectual steps should be taken to curb the ambition of our burglars, be they society or not, and if necessary, by legislation. Prevention is better than cure, and I agree with those who think that a fox terrier in the house is the best means of giving the alarm. But something more than a dog is required. I would suggest the cat. Besides, penal servitude in all cases of burglary, whether the burglar succeed in carrying away anything or not, the cat, in the sense in which I refer to it, has been most successful as a deterrent in cases of personal robbery with violence and other crimes. Why should it not be at once applied to our burglars, whose calling necessarily involves personal violence? So they're saying get a gun.
Did they really do penile servitude back then?
Yes. In the 1800s, yes. In England? Sure.
Alright, tie it.
Sounding.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're talking about the dick. Got it. Yeah, no, totally. They removed those.
Shibari.
The human hair. Why it falls off or turns gray.
And the remedy!
Oh, Professor Harley Featherstone. Everybody should read this little book. Scotsman. Oh, boy. God and Science. The first attempt to reconcile modern rational investigation and continued faith in our almighty Lord. A seminal work. Messrs. Lindsay and Co. Nobody cares. The rejection of the Franco-Italian maritime conviction by the French. Blah, blah, blah. The home rule question.
Oh man, Hoops. That was a glimpse into how Jackie is going to play Disco Elysium.
This?
The rejection of the Franco-Italian maritime conviction by the French chamber. Blant. Skip. Once she starts getting into Martinet and the Revacholian and the Insulindian Empire.
Oh, it's not as long as I thought it
yeah.
was. I can read this. The rejection of the Franco-Italian maritime conviction by the French chamber has produced a most disagreeable impression here and will undoubtedly strengthen any tendencies towards a German alliance. The statement that a council has been held at the Vatican on Irish affairs is not credited in well-informed quarters here. Sir Evelyn Baring will proceed to England via Marseille on the 6th. During his absence, Mr. Portal will be in charge of the British Diplomatic Agency. Ah, that elusive and so far successful burglar, commonly known as the Society Burglar, has gotten away with jewels valued at $14,000 by the 7 victims to date. Speculation continues as to the identity of the burglar, who seems to be acquainted with the various and sometimes ingenious hiding places of his victims' jewels. The other striking aspects of the modus operandi are the taking of only one select piece each time and the occurrence of all thefts when the victims are not at home. We have provided, for the interest of our readers, a list of the various jewels
this is much
stolen
more,
and their values.
much
Write
more
this
readable.
down.
I have it.
2 June.
Remember,
R.
I have
Baker.
it.
Oh, all of it? Okay, so a diamond stick pin, an emerald bracelet, a diamond bracelet, ruby earrings, diamond necklace,
Leeds is mentioned
diamond
again here,
pendant,
yeah.
diamond tiara. So it's mostly diamonds and things. Got it. Okay.
Well, they are forever.
So go back up.
They are forever.
Go back up. I see. So, first off, what I gather from this is that he knows these people.
Most likely, he is part of society, yes.
And he's probably...
He knows their hiding place. He knows all the secret hiding places people could do. He knows when they're going to be out of the house.
2, escalation. Look at the values.
They went up, absolutely. And he only takes one piece at each thing.
He's
So it started
doing
at
it for the
500.
sexual thrill.
Sure. It started at 500, and it worked its way up to 5,000.
5,000 pounds back then is a fucking ton.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Lady Leeds is the most recent.
Yes. Killed by lightning, William Breeze. He was asking for it. Age 15, a laborer, was yesterday struck by lightning and instantly killed at Spalding.
He was asking for it?
His last name is Breeze.
He's 15 years old.
He's 15, Jack.
I know, but his last name is Breeze.
Oh. So that makes it okay.
No, I didn't say it was okay. I just said he was asking for it.
He'd be asking
last
for
name
it if
is
he was
Breeze.
killed by the wind. He was killed by lightning.
Yeah, but you can't have lightning without the air current.
Can you?
You can't have.
Can
no,
you have
isn't that
lightning
the
in a
whole
vacuum?
point? Isn't that the whole point? Is that the air current charges up the shit? Yeah, whatever. Maybe I'm fucking wrong. I don't care.
You might be right.
Fine, he wasn't asking
I'm not
for
rolling
it.
you out. Now you've got
But
me
it can-
curious.
Now there's a fatal railway accident. This fucker.
What causes lightning?
I'm sorry. Wait.
Hold on.
Hang on. I'm sorry. Yesterday, workman's train from Willesden to Euston came into violent contact with a cow and killed it.
Alex, can you please read me the just don't read the thing, just read the examples. You can read it out loud. You know which one I'm talking about.
What causes lightning? What causes lightning and thunder? What causes lightning crotch?
Thank you.
Hold on.
Why did I hand you the phone?
Is a sudden sharp pain that happens during pregnancy. It happens when the fetus presses on your cervix or the nerves around your cervix.
I'll tell you right now,
Have you had lightning crotch?
Abby did it to me 1,000
I
times.
recall. She would be like,
Oh my god,
"Ah!"
I am not gonna lie. So Abby used
Is-
to. So it's considered. So
is
what it
lightning
is it's
crotch
the
an
baby.
appropriate
It's shush.
terminology for it?
I guess so. I've never heard it referred to
Did
as
it
that.
feel like it though?
I didn't feel like I was getting shocked. It felt like I was literally having something trying to escape my.
Kaboom!
So what it is it's the baby practicing for the birth canal, is what it is. And I remember sitting there and like all of a sudden I'd feel this into my into my lower regions, and I remember at one point I looked at Alex and went, "Oh, I need this kid to fucking stop."
Yeah, I do recall that.
All right. Foreign news. Whoa, what is that? Oh, the Tonquin.
I'm seeing your right, Sarah. I'll get
The
there in a second. I'm
Tonquin
still going on the lightning.
Delimitation. Tonquin Delimitation Commission. Whew, that's a mouthful. Anyway. Oldenburg jewels stolen. There we go. The jewels of the Duchess of Oldenburg were stolen from the residence Schloss late yesterday afternoon. Centuries.
That's a castle.
Yes. Sentries guarding the jewels left their posts when smoke began billowing from a small room adjacent to that in which the treasure was kept. The fire, quote-unquote, had apparently been caused by a smoke bomb used by the thief. The police admit to few other clues, but have closed the borders as a few precautionary step. They have also detained several internationally suspected criminals, including Helmut Schnitzler and Thomas O'Neill, but have found no evidence to hold them. So I'm thinking this might be either a copycat or... No, it's a copycat.
Interesting.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, because the other guy... they're probably going to blame it on the society burglar, but it's not the society burglar because he doesn't need a distraction. He knows when they're not going to be in the fucking house.
You can have lightning without wind.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. He wasn't asking for it, and I take my words back.
Scroll back up.
I should have just started with that question, but we did get to hear about lightning crotch, so, you know.
You got to hear about my experiences with it, too, which, by the way, I would not wish that on anybody.
What was the date of the Lady Leeds jewels?
The first.
Stolen?
July 2nd, so it must have happened on the 1st.
So this is the second, so it's right after.
Late yesterday afternoon, yes.
It's the 4th.
This says July 2nd.
Sarah, I'll just start from the top. Going back to the quote, we had a lot of problems getting the game to start today. We were at a black screen. It literally took us 30 minutes. And what was the problem? It was that the internal RAM wasn't formatted on the Sega CD because it hasn't been on in 4 weeks. And the game, for this specific game, doesn't give an actual error message about it.
Right, the second one does.
The second one does. So when we put the second one in, it started up, got to the menu, and then told me I couldn't do it. But anyway.
Yeah, so Alex says Oldenburg July 2nd, so that must have happened on July 1st.
Yeah, it says July 1st in the newspaper.
Yeah, so there, fuck it. Anyway. United States, Philadelphia. 100,000 employed under a guard in Dade County. Ew. Nobody likes Dade County. Denmark. Despite persistent denials by Berlinske, the semi-official organ,
Yes, Jackie?
the semi-official organ, the Danish army has begun exercises of preparedness.
Is that like the appendix?
Yeah, he's got a semi.
Yeah, they jerk off a little every day.
Mm-hmm.
Preparedness.
Just a little. They love edging. It's just
Denmark's
enough.
been edging for decades.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah.
Jeanette.
What?
Isn't she from
Jeanette.
Denmark?
Oh, you're right.
Oh man.
Delphine.
Nah. That's not enough information. I don't like it.
Well, don't worry. As soon as we find out anything else about this investigation,
Why don't we go to the cops?
I was gonna say. Oh, I guess we could do that.
I had a list of all the names of the people, but that book disappeared.
But wait, I have to go to the directory because we need to learn about people.
Who?
Leads.
We don't even know if she's tied to the case.
Yes, she is.
She's the one that had shit taken. Wait, that's Sir Sanford Leeds.
Well,
Where's
I assume
other
that's
one?
the husband.
Now, Jackie, we could go talk to Nolan,
Nolan who?
or we could go to the house of Guy Clarendon.
Yeah, get all the names. Leeds.
Is it a C or a?
Just
Go
get,
to C.
Hold on, mark Leeds down first in the book. You're here. You're
Oh
here.
yes,
Sir
sorry.
Sanford Leeds. Put him in the book.
Right here.
I don't remember.
Yes.
That's what you do.
Excellent.
And now go to C. Guy Clarendon.
There's 3 Clarendons, which is
It's
interesting.
Guy Clarendon.
We may be visiting the others.
I was gonna say I'm sure we'll see the others too. I'm also gonna put Sir
Well-
Francis Clarendon because it seemed like he was important.
No,
They
that's
mentioned Francis many
Nolan.
times. They said Francis a lot. So I'm gonna
Well, the
put
reason
that.
Francis is there is to throw you off and going somewhere that's not where
That's
it is.
fine. It's there now.
Go to N. We want Nolan.
Which one? Francis
Francis
Nolan.
and Loretta. Francis is the one that's in prison right now.
Yes, Loretta's the one that he was
the sister
stuffing.
that survived the bomb.
Yeah, Loretta was the one that.
And go
That
to
he was fucking.
L.
Okay.
The guy who brought it to us is Gerald Locke.
What was the name of the person who survived the bomb?
It was Loretta
Loretta
Nolan.
Knowles.
Somebody set her up the bomb.
Somebody set us up the bomb. There's also Howell and James are the cricket people from the newspaper. I don't think we necessarily.
Let's
need
not
them.
do those yet.
If you go to H, just see if they're there.
Howell and James
Howell and
Limited.
James Limited.
Might as well stick the note in.
We
And
want
what
to try.
about Oldenburg?
Oldenburg.
Oldenburg.
Yeah, Bob
Oh,
Oldenburg.
Nope.
Nope. So the Oldenburg
Old
Jews.
wine. Cornelius Old Wine. God, he sounds like a hobbit.
He is. Anyway. Toilet paper O'Connor. Okay, where do we want to go?
These are my notes. Let's check out.
Let's check out our leads.
Actual leads.
Yeah.
So Sanford Leeds is an avid croquet player.
Oh,
He is
is-
married
is-
to the daughter of the Duke of York.
Maybe it's not cricket.
No, it is cricket, but that one's not cricket.
So they're doing cricket and croquet?
Do you play croquet? That was the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah, I know.
You're
Gerald
still-
Locke.
Well, we didn't go there. You just
Oh, did you want to do that first?
yeah.
Go to Sanford Leeds. Talk to the mailman.
That's not the mailman.
That's the Baker Street Irregulars.
It's a telegraph company. No one was home when we went there. Maybe you'll have better luck. Beware of the bulldog in the yard.
Hey, bulldog.
Sure, let's go there.
I'm on it.
You're already selected. You don't need to do it again.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Loading up a vid.
What did you learn, Watson?
Not a thing, Holmes.
You learned nothing?
Don't get testy, Holmes. There wasn't anyone about.
My humble apologies, Watson.
Don't get your testes all testy. Loosen
Okay,
your
press
balls,
B.
Holmes.
When does he say that? Which book?
Fucking Crimson Murder. I don't
Ah.
fucking know. The Woman in Green. Both real.
The Man and the Woman in Green.
Ha! Was that about his sperm?
No, that's The Sperm and the Woman in Green. That's the sequel.
Oh, sorry. We didn't think we ought to disturb him. There was so much boo-hooing coming from behind his door. Gerald Locke. Oh, he's a pansy.
Wow.
Oh wait, I'm already there. Hang on. A clerk at Finsterwald's florist and the suitor for the hand of Francis Nolan. Finsterwald's.
I don't think you need to close. You can probably just click on the thing to go there, Jack.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'll do that from now on.
We have just a few more questions for you, Mr. Locke, if you don't mind.
Of course not. Anything to help Francis.
We were wondering if you could shed some light on Miss Francis' relationship
This actor
with
is
Guy
gay.
Coleman.
He was only after her money. I tried to tell Francis as much, but she wouldn't hear of it. We had a bit of a row over it. I've been quite upset about the whole thing.
Upset enough to commit murder?
What an outrageous accusation.
If there's any question, Mr. Locke.
Preposterous. Besides, I've been on holiday all week, playing cribbage at the annual tournament up at Leeds.
Sounds positively riveting.
Oh,
So many leads.
What?
Cribbage, croquet,
Cricket.
cricket,
That's what a frog does, right?
croissant.
Cribbage. Cribbage.
Trying to think of a pun about balls and Sherlock Holmes book. And the closest I've got is I nutted in Scarlet.
Instead of studying
That's
Scarlet.
what you've been. That's what
Wow.
you've been thinking about. That's
I've
what
been
you've
thinking
been
the whole
thinking
time.
about.
See, the problem, I don't have a problem with you thinking about it. My problem is that's the one you came up with, because that's horrendous. I nutted in Scarlet.
It's more like a.
I can't figure out a Sign of the 4-1. And then there's the Hounds of Baskerville. That was like the Rounds of Baskerville.
Oh.
Yeah,
No.
mounds and more, yeah.
See Loretta Nolan. Maid told us you could find Miss Francis locked up at Old Bailey.
The fuck is all? Oh yeah.
What do you think Old Bailey is?
Tell us, who was at home on the evening of the 1st?
Well, just Miss Francis, sir. Oh, yes, of course, and Dr. Trevelyan.
What time did the doctor take his leave?
Oh, let me think.
Scandal
it
and
was 7
Balsemia.
o'clock, because that's what time he always leaves.
What did Miss Francis do after her guest left?
What she does every evening, sir. Well, she asked for a cup of hot cocoa, which I brought her straight away. Then she read for a bit by the fire. Later, when I went up to bed, I passed her room, and the light went out.
What time would that have been?
Oh, let me see. Oh, I know it was 11:30 because the clock chimed. Then I went to sleep. Later, I was awakened in the middle
Having
of
birth,
the night,
apparently.
right in the midst of the most peculiar dream. You see, I was barefoot and trying to buy a pair of shoes,
As
and...
fascinating as all this is, could we get back to what it was that awakened you?
Oh, yes, of course. Well, it was something that I heard. Or thought I heard. I listened for a bit. But that was the end of it, so I went to sleep again. Later, I awoke at 7:30. I always wake up at 7:30, except, of course, on Sundays when I sleep until 8. As usual, I began to prepare Miss Francis's breakfast. I had no sooner gotten to the kitchen when I heard the front door open and close. Well, I ran to the front window and peeked out, and there was Miss Francis walking down the street.
And why do you deem that so unusual?
Well, she never leaves before she's eaten one of my currant buns.
Or
Of course. Pink Floyd song. Candy in a currant bun.
Valley of Fear. That's the one I forgot.
whoa. Francis and Loretta Nolan are the only surviving heirs of Sir Malcolm Nolan, founder of the Aberdeen Navigation Company. November 18th, 1868, their parents, Sir Malcolm and Lady Nolan, were killed when an avowed anarchist, Zagreb Jablinski, hurled a bomb into their carriage.
Give it a sec.
I am. I'm not you. I'm not all clicky happy. Zagreb.
Sarah said, "Why the fuck am I here?"
For what?
Probably some dumb joke we said.
Oh.
Was it I Nutted in Scarlet?
No, I think that was after that. It was after I nutted in Scarlet.
Alright, you're good.
Also, that sounds like a really bad period sex joke. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, telegraph. Don't know if it amounts to much, but we'd wager this dame is a bit off her rocker. If you heard the way she laughs, you wouldn't doubt it.
Who's this?
Loretta.
It's Jackie. It's a period piece.
Oh, ba-boom. Those never go well.
Sarah said it was the stupid Shakespeare joke.
Oh, enter and be recognized? Oh god, she's insane.
Oh, you don't wish
Oh,
to
Jesus
play
Christ.
Her Majesty, eh? Very well.
You do not seem particularly disturbed by the recent turn of events, Miss Nolan.
Each of us grieves in his own way, Mr. Holmes.
It must be difficult for you to face the possibility that your own sister may have killed your dearest chum.
That's right, Cogsworth.
I was fun to be with. And as for Frances, I love her dearly, but, well, it's funny to think Miss Right and Proper has finally gotten herself into a bit of a jam.
Miss Nolan, may I ask, when was the last time you saw Guy Clarendon?
Let me think. I believe it was the Richmond's party last Thursday. Yes, I'm sure of it. God, we did cut it up a bit there.
And after the party?
We did not go home together, if that's what you're implying. That would have broken Frances's heart. She was head over heels for Guy, you know. She had some foolish notion that he was going to marry her. Not that someone like him ever would. But I do recall her saying, and it might have been the night of his death, that she was going to have a talk with him about their future.
Boom, boom, boom.
So the Richmond party, now we gotta find Richmond's.
If I were Richmond. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Jackie.
That's if I were middle class.
Ooches, Richmond.
You can just go there.
I'm putting it in the goddamn book. God. Otis Richmond is a self-made millionaire. His entire fortune comes from his railroad company holdings. He's retired, and these days he spends most of his time playing cribbage and giving lavish parties.
Jackie, right there with you in the notebook, you sound like you were just Sigourney Weaver in Galaxy Quest. I have one job on this ship.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do it.
Stupid, but I'm gonna do it.
Cribbage, you say, just like Gerald Locke was playing in Leeds.
Yes.
Wanted to know if any of us had any experience as manservants. That's a good one. Other than that, we couldn't get a thing out of him. Well, now it's my turn. And by mine, I mean Holmes.
At first, I thought it must have been one of the servants. After all, there was no sign of a search, and nothing else was disturbed.
Did you question them?
Thoroughly, but none of them would admit a thing. It really wasn't until Hardinge and Bessie Durth were robbed, and the newspapers referred to us as victims of the society burglar, that I was certain it wasn't any of my staff. By the way, can you recommend a good housekeeper and valet?
Wow.
So Otis was robbed by the society burglar.
So hang on. Do you have the names of the other people?
Yeah, I have. I'll pull it up. Oh, I don't. Did you write them down, Alex?
No.
All right. You want to just get them into the list?
Yeah.
Real quick. He was robbed by the society burglar after.
Yeah. What was his name? Richmond.
He was Richmond.
He was the third. He's June 8th.
That's
Okay.
after.
Baker.
Francis had already been there. and
Yes.
possibly Guy.
So let's go to the first one then. R. Baker.
No Baker.
No Baker.
Interesting.
Butcher?
No Butcher.
Alright, go to Hardinge.
No Candlestick Maker.
Hardinge, HC.
Okay. And should I do this now, or should we just...
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
No, okay.
Do you want to write down the rest of the names? Just do it right now
go
with
ahead.
him.
Okay.
H.C. Hardinge is a distributor of excellent Harris tweeds in the London area. He moved back here in 1886 after residing for several years on the Hebrides Islands
Hebrides.
of Lewis. Of Lewis with Harris. Caught him leaving for Scotland. Said they were attending a dinner party given by Otis Richmond. When they arrived home, his wife noticed the bracelet was gone. He was surprised that the burglar knew where it was, since his wife hides it in a compartment hidden in her dressing table. Write that down.
We probably don't have to go there, because we wouldn't get this text if we actually went there.
That's fine. Just write down where it was hidden. Hidden in her dressing table.
I don't think the dressing table's important.
No, it's the hidden compartment. That might be one of the ways that we catch people.
I think it's more that the burglar knew where it was. So
That's what I mean.
The burglar knows all these people.
You know who would know that? Well, wait. You know who would know that? Because these are all women's things. Do you know who would know that? A woman.
Okay.
But she wouldn't know where the things are. She could assume. Sure we shouldn't go there while we're here?
Yeah, just try it.
It'll reduce our points if we go.
We don't give a shit.
It's true. It's not like we were shy on points last time.
I believe we had hundreds of points.
My wife and I were guests
Oh.
at a small dinner party at the home of Otis Richmond. We arrived home sometime after midnight, and as my wife was putting away her finery, she noticed the bracelet was missing from her jewelry box, and we summoned the police immediately.
The servants were questioned.
Oh, they've all been with us for a number of years, and I haven't the slightest suspicion about them. But yes, the police did question them thoroughly. All were in bed asleep by the time we arrived home, and none heard anything untoward.
And nothing else was taken.
Surprisingly not.
Yet you are positive that the bracelet has not simply been misplaced.
No, my wife actually put it on while she was preparing for the evening, and then she decided against it. I saw her put it back in the box.
Where does she keep the box?
In her dressing table, there's a special compartment in the side of it. The box fits in rather neatly.
There was a news article about the tables.
The bedside tables, right? Is the person who is selling these tables going in and stealing out of those?
It's possible. I'm looking.
That's possible.
Philip Buxton's revolving bed table.
Buxton it is.
Let's check out Buxton, Jackie.
Yeah. Philip Buxton. There. Whoa, maker of the Philip Buxton revolving bed. I should investigate the purchase of one of these. They are evidently excellent for attaining upright positions while in bed. That would enable me to remain in bed and continue to do some of my more tedious work.
He's trying to get into the Kama Sutra.
We tried, we really did, but they just wouldn't answer the door.
Wanted.
For people.
Pity. It appears that no one is in.
However, can you tell, Holmes?
There is a sign on the door that says, "We are gone for the day."
How terribly observant, Holmes.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
Alright. Keep it in mind, though.
Does he... Yeah, never mind. Still think it's a woman.
Alright, let's go back, continue down the list. We didn't do Lewin yet.
Lewin.
Why are we investigating the burglary?
Bradford?
What do you mean?
The stealing stuff?
Yeah.
I feel like it's relevant.
You don't think it's tied in? Why are we getting all the videos if it's not tied in?
Well, I'm just saying, if we're supposed to be following it logically.
I think, because my personal thinking is, it could be Loretta or Francis, one of them is probably stealing things, with Guy being the helper. Something went wrong. Guy got axed.
What's your feeling, Alex?
I'm feeling let's continue that angle from the Guy, Francis, Loretta side of things, and not the burglary.
But that's what I think is the main
we can.
point.
I mean, we'll probably need to figure out the burglary stuff anyway. Metagamey, it probably is. But in terms of, being Sherlock Holmes.
No, I get where you're coming from.
Ooh, he advises the queen. Fancy man. I'm not even gonna
Shall
bother
we
with
go? No, go there.
We should go.
Get turned away by a butler.
I get turned away by your butt.
We were at
Blur.
a reception at Buckingham Palace for the new head of the China delegation. Upon arriving home, my wife discovered that her favorite ruby earrings were missing. We noticed nothing else out of place. No sign of a search, that is. And none of the servants had heard anything suspicious.
Ew. Well, don't mind me with my lispy talk. I most probably have a wife who's my beard. Sorry. I could be hanged for this today.
You falling asleep, Alex?
Yes.
Come on, Alex. It's been 4 fucking weeks. Wake up.
Not just that, I just yelled at you for this
You're
yesterday.
off tomorrow.
I just yelled at you for this yesterday.
You're right.
Stop it. What's the next name?
Dearth.
Stop pooping.
I'm sorry, what?
It's a line from Parks and Recreation.
He has the
It's a
flu.
It's
and
a
he's
non sequitur.
I've thrown up somewhere in this room. Oh wait, don't look there. In the drawer. And then later on he's staring at himself in the mirror and he goes, "Stop pooping!" Because he just has diarrhea from the flu.
But
Okay.
the word dearth has nothing to do with it.
I don't care.
No, I'm letting
Also,
Hoops
it's
know.
Bessie. Bessie Dearth is the wife of the late Hiram Dearth, who made his fortune harvesting diamonds from the mines of South Africa.
Hiram
He was in partnership with Sir Francis Clarendon. There's the other Francis. The old bag shoot us off her front steps. Threatened us with a cane, she did. By the way, I don't know if you noticed that all of the,
My
Excuse me.
husband, God rest his soul, gave me that necklace for our 50th wedding anniversary. And woe betide the blighter that took it, I say.
I can certainly understand your consternation, madam. May I assume that you were out the evening it was taken?
Oh, yes, the house was completely empty. Sybil, my housekeeper, and I were attending the masked charity ball at St. Mary's for the benefit of unwed mothers. It wouldn't surprise me if that scoundrel was responsible in that direction as well. Society burglar, indeed. He's of the lower classes, mark my words.
Do you keep your jewels locked up?
Oh, I keep them in a very secret place. A box made to look like a copy of Great Expectations on the bookshelf amidst the other books. Hiram, my late husband, thought of that. But the thief went right to it.
Alright.
so that's not a table.
Francis Clarendon.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's not a table.
Right. Hiram kept it there. So
Yeah,
his partner, Francis, might be aware of that.
absolutely.
Judd is the last one.
Well, let's do Clarendon first, and then we'll do...
No, we should do Judd.
Just,
Let's
to,
just
just
get
close
Judd
it
over
out.
with. Yeah, squeeze out that turd.
Nancy Judd. The hidden Judd sister. Nothing. The old dame kept the pendant that was swiped in the toe of her old black shoe. Stupid place to put anything.
Sorry, Holmes. No information here. Then let's not dawdle, Watson. There's work to be done.
Alright.
In the toe of her black
So
shoe.
we need to talk to Francis Clarendon, but really who we should be talking to would be Dr. Trevelyan.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Dr. Zhivago?
Yes, but with his
No,
T.
excuse me, it's Dr. Trivago.
Oh,
Dr. TripAdvisor.
I was gonna say, I was just about. Thank you. Oh god.
Oh, I feel like this is sketchier. Dr. Trivago.
Francis Clarendon.
The one that you said wasn't even worth it.
No, I don't believe that's what he said.
So yes, it is. So Francis Clarendon jointly, it's a red herring. Jointly owned several diamond mines in South Africa with Hiram Durth until Durth's death in 1881. He recently bought out all of his former partner's shares from the widow Bessie Durth. He and his wife Gertrude have one son, Guy.
Had one son.
Have one son.
Had. Guy Clarendon's dead.
I'm aware. In this it says have.
I know, and
I can't control what the game says.
It's society's fault.
The butler told us the old man's son only came around when he needed money. Also said a Scarface ruffian was hanging about. I like that the I've inadvertently made all of the Telegraph people Southern.
It's the Baker Street Irregulars, Jackie.
No, that one's the British Telegraph.
Well, just what they respond.
Oh.
They're the ones sending the message back.
Thing for a man to say about his only son. But Guy was a wastrel and a ne'er-do-well. Only a short month or so ago, I gave him £5,000 and told him that was the last he'd see of my money. I'd hoped the shock would bring the boy around, make him realize he had to settle down, instead of wasting his life on gambling and gallivanting around with that wild woman.
Which wild woman was that?
Loretta Nolan, of course.
You mentioned gambling, Sir Francis. Have you any idea with whom he gambled or who might have wanted to kill him?
I wish I did. He told us nothing. He only came around when he needed money. And when I told him there'd be no more, we never saw him.
Because he was stealing shit.
His mother's heart.
I know she's crying.
There, Gertie. We still have one another.
You suck! Oh. Gertie, are we gonna talk to Gertie?
I've something you ought to know about Master Guy. One morning, rather early, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, I heard a terrible clatter downstairs, so I came down to investigate. It was Master Guy just coming home. He was in a terrible state, all battered and bruised, with a fresh cut on his forehead. I asked him who did it to him, and he wouldn't say. I think he was afraid for his life.
So he owed money to people.
Do we think Guy is the thief and then he got killed?
Yes, I do. I think that he owed a lot of money to people. I think it got to the point where he eventually, because if he stole something worth $5,000 way back then, I'm sorry, 5,000 pounds, way back then, I mean, that had to have been enough to pay off any debt he had. So I'm sure there was plenty afterwards, and he was probably like, I don't want to do this anymore. I've paid off my debt or whatever. And they were like, no, we're doing a good thing here. We've got this.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet it's Loretta.
Yeah.
Should we go back to Loretta and ask her?
Well,
No, it doesn't have to.
Oh.
because we could also go talk to some of our people, but we should go to the doctor first.
Yeah, Dr. Trivago.
Where? You mean Dr. Trevelyan? Dr. Percy Trevelyan?
Wait, we didn't make a GoldenEye reference?
No, because we didn't see Trevelyan. It was said out loud. It wasn't written down. But yes, it is a GoldenEye reference. You're absolutely right.
We're slipping.
For England, James?
For America, Matt.
Dr. Percy Trevelyan was a practicing physician at the Mesmer Braid Institute from 1878 to 1886, where he specialized in treating neuroses through hypnosis. He currently conducts a... I'm sorry?
It's only singular, not...
Neurosis? Oh, sorry. Neurosis through hypnosis.
No, neurosis through hypnosis.
That's what I said.
No, you definitely said herosis there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's okay. Neurosis through hypnosis. He currently conducts a private... College?
College don't like it.
Rock the Casbah. You got it. Anyway, so I'm willing to bet the hypnosis is a large part of this. How else is he gonna know where all these things are? I'll bet you he hypnotizes them to find out.
That's possible.
Anyway, if not, this could also be a red herring.
Oh, sorry, Holmes. Okay.
Okay, well then, fuck you and I'm on it.
Doctor, we understand that you dined with Frances Nolan on the evening of July 1st.
Yes, that's correct. We dine every Sunday. Her sister Loretta has been under my care for some 10 years. First at the Mesmer Braid Institute and then in private practice.
Without breaching physician...
Loretta's been hypnotized for 10 years?
Would you mind telling us the nature of her illness?
She never quite recovered from the overwhelming trauma of watching her parents being blown to bits.
I quite understand.
As is often the case with young orphans, they tend to create fantasies about their parents. Miss Loretta Nolan truly believes that her father was the King of England, making her a princess.
Do you think her unconventional behavior stems from that fantasy?
Absolutely. As a princess, she believes she can do no wrong. I must say that she's worlds apart from her sister Frances.
Do you know Frances Nolan well?
Yes, rather. Through my treatment of her sister, I've known her for years. Let me say that it is difficult to believe that Miss Frances is capable of murder. She has a quiet, unassuming personality. An act of such direct confrontation would not be at all in keeping with her character.
Were Loretta and Frances close?
I know without a doubt that Miss Frances loves and cares for her sister almost as a parent would a child. Miss Loretta, well, she loves her sister as much as she is capable of love.
So here's what I think. It's Loretta. I'll tell you why.
Okay, Jackie.
Okay. Loretta's been under hypnosis for 10 years. It's safe to assume she probably knows what to say and what to do to get people into a certain state. That's one. Two, she was probably using this with Guy.
She was hypnotizing him to steal
No,
the jewels?
she was
kind of like the chicken
No,
does
they would go to the
Wallace.
parties. No, they would go to the parties and hypnotize these women to tell them where their jewels were. They knew they're at the party. He goes out, goes and steals it, comes back, nobody's the wiser, because they know they're not home.
I don't hate this.
I think it's the doctor instead, who's close with Guy, right?
Oh, Percy? That's the guy we just talked to.
Mm-hmm. He's close with Guy, right? Isn't that what it said?
I don't know if it said it was close with Guy, but it said he knew Guy.
Who? Loretta?
Percy. Charlie.
It could
He
be
knew him.
because if he knew hypnosis and he knew that if he was close with Guy and Guy was in debt, he absolutely could use this as a way to
I think he was
hypnotizing the women while they were in his care, finding out where things were,
and then passing it off to Guy.
And then when they were at parties and shit.
Yeah, that's my theory.
That's a good theory too. I still think it's Loretta.
That's real good, Matt. It's wrong, but it's real good.
No, that's very valid. I personally think it's Loretta, but that's a very close second.
I know. It's just the phrasing.
All right. So now I want to.
We want to go to the police?
Yeah, we should probably talk to Lestrade, right?
Yes. Just go there. We don't need to...
No, I know.
Why even trouble yourself with this one, Holmes? You believe Frances Nolan to be guilty? Guilty as a cat would swallow a canary. And on what do you base that brilliant deduction?
Look, Frances Nolan claims not to have known that Clarendon was residing at Halliday's. Yet she proceeded directly to his room where she shot the bloke. She claims not to have owned a gun. Yet the gun found in her hand was purchased at S. Goff and the receipt had her name on it, for Christ's sake.
It was her sister.
That little lady will never see the light of day again.
It was her sister. And remember what he said. Loretta thinks of herself as a princess. She thinks she can do no wrong. So she'll be like, oh, I did it. Oh, no. Whatever. What are you gonna do? Imprison the princess? Yes.
Let's check out Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. What's the name of the? Was there a name of that place? Oh wait, it was in the newspaper.
The gun?
No, the thing about the guns. Remember?
No.
Oh, there was definitely a thing about the news. Hang on, 1 second.
Okay, let me look. I can go much faster.
Sorry. People are asking questions. I'm texting.
I got you.
Ignore them.
I think I'd written it down as well, right?
Sporting guns, secondhand sporting guns.
Yes.
From,
yes.
S Golf Covent Garden.
S.
It's 28 King Street, Covent Garden. It's in the sporting section. That's like a couple more.
There it is.
We know it's S Golf, and we have nothing else.
Wait. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
What are you thinking, Alex? Alex?
Maybe we should go to Scotland Yard and talk to
Go to the criminology lab? Or the
Yeah.
investigations department? Choose one of them. Yeah, sure.
Let's try the criminology lab first.
Alex, do you have a thought?
Well, we can do is.
Oh, right, this guy.
Excuse me, Dr. Murray. Hello. What? Oh, my, I must have dozed off. Ah, it's you, Whitson. And what are you doing with yourself this
Winston?
afternoon? Or is it evening already?
Yeah, remember, he never gets his name right.
It's Watson, sir. We're looking into the Clarendon case, and we were wondering... Clarendon! Ah, I just finished that report when I dozed off. Let me see. Number 301, I believe. Ah, yes. Here it is. Number 103. Clarendon, Guy. Not much, I'm afraid. A hole in the shirt where a small caliber bullet passed into the body. Extensive blood stains. Powder burns indicating a close-range shot. Ah, here's something interesting. On the lower part of the shirt,
I love the red spots on Watson.
Wine, to be exact. Now, I have a good nose for this sort of thing, and I believe it to be an inferior quality Italian red.
Alright, so cheap wine.
Cheap Italian wine.
It also just said small bullet, right? I believe the guns that
That
were
was
for
a
sale
small-
were larger, because
Were
they
they?
a rifle.
Yeah, small caliber.
Oh.
So that's also pointing
Yeah, I
to
said it was a
not
small
him.
caliber. Because I want to get the other...
Right, second-hand sporting guns, 12-bore, double-barreled, top level.
Oh, there's
Go
no
back to
chance.
Rifles,
Go back to
army
G.
revival,
Wait a-
army revolvers.
Up
It doesn't-
top, S Goff.
Oh fuck me.
Oh, there it is. Hang on, let's do this first.
Well, add Goff to the thing.
Yeah, for sure. Take me right back to fucking Lestrade, please.
Why even trouble yourself with this?
Just Alright. Let's go talk to Jared Goof.
Let's talk to the goofer. Do it just one time for the goofer.
Scuff. One more
That's
time for the
bad.
goofer. Say one more time for the goofer.
God. Well,
Fucking. There. Purveyor of used guns at 1/3 the
Yep.
original price. Located. Blah, blah, blah. Now here's a place we haven't been to in a long time. Mr. Goff told us a wild and beautiful young woman named Frances Nolan recently bought a gun. Wild and beautiful? Frances Nolan. Wild? No. That was Loretta.
Do you remember a woman who came in recently and purchased a Derringer?
Oh, matter of fact, I do, sir. We don't get women in here very often, especially not alone. And I particularly remember that one because she was so pretty and, She looked like she really knew how to have a good time, if you'll pardon the expression.
Do you remember her name?
I should say I do. She repeated it twice whilst I was filling out the order form. Seems like it was very important to her that I get her name right. Let me see, it was Frances Nor...
That's also what's her name
well, it was
said.
Frances something or other.
7:30 in the morning.
No current bond?
The light went out at 8 p.m. Sorry, no. She had her cocoa.
Cocoa melon.
Dr. Trevelyan left Francis at 10 p.m. The woman had a cup of cocoa. 11:30, she went to bed. The lights went out. She woke up at 7:30. Francis left. Doesn't necessarily mean that was Francis who left.
Right. I think we've got it.
What, you just want to go for it?
I do.
Do we not want to check out Yagreb? Whatever the name is?
Oh,
Zagreb Yablinski?
Yeah, let's go check out Yablinski Games.
What?
Guess we're not.
Let's check the Z's.
Could it be G?
No.
There's definitely a Y.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, we're good. Let's do it.
So we're saying it's Loretta?
I think it's Loretta.
No, it's got to be. Did we visit Clarendon's?
No.
Wait, what do you mean? We did, didn't we? They wouldn't let us in.
We visited Guy Clarendon?
No.
Oh.
We didn't go see the scene of the murder.
We did, sorry.
This is a difficult thing for a man to say about his own
Yeah,
son.
we saw this.
The guy was a wastrel and an
Oh, okay.
Right,
We
right,
went to the same place.
Yeah. So.
Well, I figured we wouldn't go to the same place.
Do you want to ask around the irregulars?
What? What about?
Well, I'm sure one of them knows about whatever debts are happening.
Yeah, go talk to Porky. Look at our list. We've got the irregulars on our list.
Oh, yeah, Who?
Porky Shinwell.
Thank you.
Sure, I remember Clarendon. He and his lady friend used to stop in here from time to time. Usually on their way to Kilgore's gaming parlor or coming back from it.
Perfect.
Rumor has it, Clarendon was into Kilgore for a sizable sum.
Do you happen to know how much?
£7,000 was the figure I heard. Got to the point Kilgore wouldn't allow him in the door. Clarendon made a big fuss till Gus Bullock stepped in. Clarendon backed down pretty quick. Don't blame him none. Nobody in their right mind would want to mess with the likes of Gus.
Do you think Bullock was involved in the murder?
Nothing you could tell me about that bloke would surprise me. Anyway, Kilgore makes it clear to Clarendon that he wants his money. Then, a month or so later, Clarendon comes in all smiles, and he and Kilgore getting on like chums. Figure Clarendon must have paid him back. Then, Calvin Leach steps into the picture.
Now, who's Calvin Leach?
Leach deals in what you might call stolen property. Square dealer, too. Give you one half the value of the article.
What does Leach have to do with Clarendon and Kilgore?
Usually nothing at all. But there it is. Leach, Kilgore, and Clarendon meeting late at night just as thick as thieves. The meetings continued on right up to, well, the night before Clarendon's death.
Very interesting.
Now, we've been standing here jawing, and I don't recall hearing anybody order nothing. What'll it be, mate?
I like Porky.
Like Porky Pig.
So what was the name, Al?
Kilgore's Gaming Parlor. We've got Gus Bullock, who stepped in, and then Calvin Leach. So we
So let's
could...
do Kilgore first.
We could dig into all this.
We should dig into all this.
Or we could just pin it on this lady.
I do want to pin it on that lady, but we'll still do the due diligence.
We're going to need other questions. It's not just going to be who is it, right?
Yeah, but we've got the answers to those through context clues.
Claude Kilgore.
Cloud.
Cloud. Ooh, I want to meet Justice Peter Kickwich.
Wrestler.
Any luck? Yes and no. I beg your pardon? Yes, Kilgore has met Clarendon once or twice, but no, he insists he's never heard of Calvin Leach. And you believed him?
Obviously, no. Calvin Leach.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Gus Bullock.
Let's do Bullock first.
That's Sandra's great grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the big boy, blindside guy.
Sandy Bull.
Gus Bullock. There he is.
What did she win the Razzie for?
What? She won a Razzie recently?
Sandra Bullock won the Razzie the
Speed
same year
2?
she won the Oscar.
Oh.
No, wasn't that Halle Berry?
They both did.
Halle Berry won it for
Who are you
fucking
and what do you
Catwoman.
want? Dr. John Watson, sir. I wondered if you might be kind enough to answer a few questions.
About what?
Guy Clarendon.
That welching little weasel, what about him?
He's been murdered.
Ah! I'd say he got what he deserved. And if you don't clear out of here in 2 seconds, so will you.
Oh, quite. Ta-ta.
You're a fucking army man.
For All About Steve.
Yeah, that
She
makes
won the
sense.
Razzie.
That was a terrible
Makes
movie.
sense. So you can do Calvin Leach.
I'm gonna do Calvin Leach.
Isn't that Cary Grant's real last name? He's Archibald Leach, right?
Is he? I don't know. I do need to use the bathroom. So.
He's about to have an epiphany.
It's tactical.
Yeah, there's a technical poo, but there's also the epiphany.
The real
And
key.
now-
Hang on, the real key is when they happen simultaneously.
Technical poo and the epiphany all at the same time.
Yeah, Archibald Leach is his
What
real
did you
name.
learn of Calvin Leach?
I think Walkie Shinwell said it all.
Did you ask Leach about Clarendon?
Yes.
What did he say, Watson?
Oh, yes, of course. He said he'd never heard of him.
Probably use a fake name. Wait for Alex to get back, and then I think.
I believe my theory still stands.
Only because of the gun.
Not just the gun, but like, because if she bought a heavy duty pistol from, especially because, well, I mean,
Not a heavy duty pistol. She bought a Derringer. It's the smallest you can get.
that's what I mean. Like, so supposedly, if what's the, I guess they would sell, like, just because they had an ad out for,
Yeah.
yeah, but like the whole idea of she was very serious about making sure I knew which name it was. Like, obviously we know that's who that fuck it is.
Alex just got up and disappeared.
As he is wont to do.
That's his line. What's the what? What are you saying, Surf? What was that too? Oh, epiphany. Yeah.
Some people have their moments in the bathtub. Alex has it. Leading the
On the
lizard.
shitter.
That too. Hey, I mean, to each their own.
Dick or no dick?
Dick.
Surf? Obviously, I'm just going dick. The quote bot makes me sound like an insane person. Not dick, but true.
Quillbot makes us all sound like an insane person.
Yeah, it serves in honor of Alex holding his. Well, if he's sitting down, he's probably not holding it. Duck or no duck?
Duck.
Always duck. Always duck. This is not a chess move. I'm not planning moves ahead. I'm just drunk.
Is that me?
No, they're all Alex quotes.
Oh, that was one that was really okay.
That was the drunk Dokapon stream.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I gotta. One day I'll re-upload it. I have it. Not lost the time. Yeah, yeah. Go on, Red, you pussy. As he yelled to Vince.
Of course he did.
I don't have it with me because I'm on my other laptop. Normally I just go check the quotes. I can still do it. My computer's on at home. His exact quote was hit the red space, you goddamn pussy. I had to appease the death butthole god. I don't remember the context.
You trapped her in there?
Yeah. So, one, did we ever do leads?
She wasn't home.
What about the
That's
other
the first
leads?
thing we tried.
Yeah.
There's only one leads.
No, there's two leads.
No, there's not. You're thinking of
Not in
Nolan.
the directory.
You're thinking of Nolan.
No, go back to L.
You're thinking of Nolan.
Okay.
Go back to L.
And then we didn't go visit Francis, right?
We tried. Loretta was home.
She's not home. She's in prison.
Loretta!
No, Francis is in prison.
Yeah. Let's go talk to her.
Oh. Yeah, see, there's only one leads. Here's another quote from Alex I did not remember.
How unfortunate. There's not a soul in sight.
What are they saying?
Pity.
There's not a soul inside.
No, I thought that's the notebook. That's not the directory.
Yeah, go back to the directory. Quote 1052. Can we talk more about Catwoman's pussy?
Can we?
I don't know.
Desire, I suppose.
That was your quote.
How much do you want to talk about Catwoman's pussy?
So the only one leads.
Yeah, I thought it was okay.
Let's go to Scotland
Calvin
Yard.
Leach. Did you talk to Calvin
Oh wait,
Leach?
Old Bailey.
There's no one there.
Wait.
Didn't know him. Francis J. Bailey.
No. Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, there it is. Old Bailey. Let's go see her.
Yeah, Old Bailey.
That's where she is.
Cornelius Oldwine.
I know.
I understand that Wilfred Robards is considering taking Miss Nolan's case. He might be able to help you. If you'd like, I can arrange an interview with Frances Nolan. She's being held downstairs, you know.
I love the moments later sign.
We might be able to help you, Miss Nolan, if you could just remember what happened that night in Mr. Clarendon's room.
Well, that's just the trouble. I can't remember anything except seeing Guy's body across the room and the pistol
Hypnosis.
in my hand.
Where did you get the pistol?
I've no idea, though the police assure me it's mine. I didn't know Guy was at Halliday's. I've never even been there before. Why would I shoot him anyway?
Halliday's.
There.
The hypnotist is in love with Loretta.
We didn't go to Halliday's, did we?
No.
What is the last thing you remember before the room at Halliday's?
Oh, hot cocoa in bed.
I beg your pardon?
Hot cocoa.
Well, every night before I retire, my maid, Grace, brings me a cup of hot cocoa.
How nice.
Yes.
And before that?
Well, before that, I dined with Dr. Trevelyan, as I do every Sunday evening. My sister Loretta is under his care. The doctor and I have become good friends over the years. He left at 10 o'clock, as he always does.
May I ask, where did you first meet Guy Clarendon?
At the country estate of Cornelius.
Or maybe he's in love with her.
Country estate of Cornelius Oldwine.
I suppose things got a bit out of hand because it seems she dived into a fountain. She caught pneumonia and I had to go and fetch her home. Guy was also at the estate, and that's where we met.
And he immediately began paying court to you?
Oh, heavens, no. Nobody seems to take much notice of me. I suppose that comes from having such a wildly attractive sister. That's why I was so surprised when he called a few weeks later. We began seeing a great deal of each other. We went on long carriage rides, had picnic lunches. It was all quite lovely. And then on the 5th of June, he declared his love for me and asked for my hand in marriage.
5th of June.
5th of June.
So happy.
That's like the second.
Killed him.
How do you explain your presence at Halliday?
Well, I can't. It's just like the other 2 times.
You've had memory losses before.
Yes, twice in the past month. The first time I found myself atop a horse in Hyde Park, with no recollection of how I got there. The last thing I remember was having lunch with my sister Loretta. Then there I was, atop a chestnut mare.
How peculiar.
The funny thing is, I'm terrified of horses.
You mentioned there was a second time.
Yes, a few days later, I met with my solicitor, Hiram Davenport. Then the next thing I know, I'm at the Newgate Street station. I consulted my physician, Dr. Mason, and he was quite as baffled as I was.
Dr. Mason?
One last question, if you will. What is your relationship with Gerald Locke?
Oh, Jerry. He's a dear old friend. Though I'm afraid we had a falling out of late. He said some very unkind words about Guy.
Mason, Halliday, Oldwine.
Yep.
And don't we have access to like a records department as well?
Yes.
That's what I've been using. The
No.
notes.
No. Like can we find Guy Clarendon's or their parents' will?
Mason,
Right,
Halliday,
something like
Oldwine. Let's do those 3 first, and then
Do we have to go to the judge for that?
no.
So Mason, we'll put him in the notes. Halliday, the hotel. And then Oldwine.
I should have just put him in for his name.
We can just go visit him now.
I'm gonna.
It was old wine on the shirt. It was shit wine on the shirt. Right?
No, yeah, there was shitty red wine.
Yeah.
It could be such fun. I'll never forget what a jolly good time we had the night he climbed the fountain at my country estate.
How acrobatic.
You don't know the half of it. It all started with Loretta. It seemed those things always did. Anyway, someone dared her to jump into the fountain. It being March and quite chilly, no one actually thought she would. She did them on better. She jumped straight in and swam to the center, where I have this absolutely dreadful sculpture of a lot of fat water nymphs. It rises some 20 or 30 feet in the air. She climbed it, though. The woman must be part monkey. Then she dove in. After that, it seemed to be the thing to do, so everybody took the plunge. I was the only other one who actually climbed to the top of the fountain, though. By the end of the weekend, half my guests came down with sneezes. Loretta caught pneumonia.
That was wine in his hand. He had a bottle of wine in his hand.
Bottle of red.
But okay. We'll do Halliday first, and then we'll do
Mason. And then
Clarendon, poor chap. He arrived on the 29th day of May and was given a front room on the 3rd floor.
right before the
2 days later,
things.
he asked to be moved to suite 205.
To your knowledge, did he have
That's
any
the same night as the
visitors?
first one.
Only 2 that I'm aware of.
No, it's the night before.
One was a most disagreeable fellow. He was rather large, had a thick walrus moustache, and a very prominent scar down his cheek.
That's
He
what's his
arrived on
face.
the 1st of June, well, the very day of Mr. Clarendon's move. He simply came in, sat down in the lobby, and waited. 20 minutes or so later, Mr. Clarendon came down from his room. The big man yanked him aside. I was about to send for a bobby when Mr. Clarendon signed me that all was well. After a few minutes, they left together. I never saw the man again. His other visitor, who came by quite frequently, was a most striking woman. She was quite fashionably dressed. She had a most distinctive laugh, very full and deep. I've no idea who she was.
Please, tell us about the morning of July 2nd.
It was about 9 o'clock when a woman entered. She was rather plain-looking, and I wouldn't have noticed her, except for the fact that she came in the front door, looking neither left nor right, and proceeded directly up the staircase. It couldn't have been more than 30 seconds later when I heard a bang, followed by a woman's scream. I dashed upstairs to the second floor. The door to room 205 was open. Inside, I found the body of Mr. Clarendon and the woman who'd just come up. She was lying in a swoon in the center of the room with a pistol in her hand. I revived her with some whiskey. When she came to, she was totally disoriented. She had no idea where she was or what she'd done. When she saw Clarendon's body, she let out a shriek and dropped the pistol. I summoned the police.
Tell me, at what hour are the hotel's front doors locked?
Oh, 10 o'clock, sir. Anyone who arrives after that has to be let in by the night staff. Of course, Mr. Clarendon was never one of those. He was always in his room before 10.
May we see his room?
Moments later again.
I like the intro music.
What have we here, Watson? Appears to be a bank statement. Oh, look here, Holmes.
Those were all the
Yes,
amounts.
Maid missed a spot in her sweeping.
Good thing she did, Watson. You're staring at evidence.
Blood.
What's this stain here?
Smells like a fine sherry. Looks like someone's been celebrating.
The question is, was it with the body or over it?
Nothing much here. Couple of shirts and 3 pair of shoes.
But what you failed to notice, my dear Watson, is that one of the pairs of shoes is canvas and has been dyed black. Interesting. A sweater and trousers. An ensemble in black.
Not much of a view. All I can see is a brick wall of the building across the alley.
Ivy vines binding up a trellis.
Aha! It's Loretta and what's his face.
I mean, we could go to Mason, but we've solved this, right?
What's Percy's involvement here?
Who?
Trevelyan.
I don't think
None.
Really?
Here's the thing: if Trevelyan is involved, it's because he either is really into.
He's not involved. The sister is the one who's hypnotizing.
I agree.
Okay.
She's hypnotizing Guy Clarendon.
So you're saying it's Loretta?
Yeah, Loretta is the murderer. What's her motive?
What's her motive? Oh, because he proposed. They were gallivanting, but then he proposed to.
No, but that's got to be a ploy, right?
Does it? Maybe he was ready to turn a new leaf.
Go to the records. See if Guy Clarendon
How do I do that?
had a will.
Go to the directory.
We should have the notes too, but go to the directory. You know what it's called?
Go to R. Records office.
Both Loretta Nolan and Guy Clarendon have had several complaints filed against them, although neither of them has ever been arrested. Both have been cited for public drunkenness. Likewise, both have been involved in some unusual pranks, but no one has ever pressed charges.
I thought we had another place.
Well, we haven't gone to Mason yet.
Go to our notes list.
We still don't have a motive.
Yeah, we do.
What is it?
Go to our notes list.
I'm still thinking it's jealousy.
Go to our
Of?
notes list.
He was proposing to the sister.
Yeah.
Go to our notes list.
Oh. Yes, dear. H.R. Murray?
Somerset House? Is that what it is?
The other, yeah.
Curious what's the library too, but.
It seems Sir Malcolm left his entire estate to his wife Margaret. If she should precede him in death...
Or accompany him, as proved to be the case.
Yes. Then the estate was to be equally divided between his two daughters, Frances and Loretta. The estate included a one-third share in the Aberdeen Navigation Company.
So even.
Basically. So it's not like either of them had anything to lose.
So Loretta gets all the money?
No, because even if she's in jail, she just can't obtain it.
No, Loretta.
No, I know, but I'm saying just because Frances is in jail, that doesn't mean she can't have it.
Yeah, why kill Guy?
I think he wanted to stop stealing. She was enjoying what was happening. He was going to leave. He wanted to probably turn over a new leaf and actually, like, get together with What's-Her-Face. Because remember, it was very sudden that he was like, oh, yes, you.
That's fine, but where is the evidence of that, besides just feeling that it's sudden?
That's fair. That's a good point. I feel like...
He needed to steal for money.
Right, he was in debt.
He did that.
He was the burglar.
Loretta was the one hypnotizing people to find out where their shit was.
Do we have proof of that?
No.
We don't even have proof that she's the one hypnotizing.
No, but let's go to the judge anyway.
I feel like we're unlike last time where we had a rock solid case. I don't think we have a rock solid one.
Let's go see Dr. Mason.
Murray.
No, Mason. Definitely Mason.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Tell us, Dr. Mason, have you determined the cause of Frances Nolan's blackouts? It's the
Tiara.
thing, really.
Yeah.
But
She's a
I examined it
princess.
thoroughly
Yeah,
and found
I was just
nothing
thinking the same
physically
thing.
wrong. She could not recall receiving a bump in the head, nor did she complain of dizziness.
I think you're right, because
All I
that
could
was the
suggest
big
is
one.
Perhaps she was overtired and prescribed rest. It remains a complete mystery to me.
I still think Percy's the one hypnotizing her, though, as opposed to Loretta being the one hypnotized.
I don't think so. I think it's Loretta. I think...
Let's go. Bang that gavel.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you're on the right track. I was just thinking the same thing now about the tiara and the princessy thing and...
Yes.
Hear ye, hear ye. The Queen's Court stands in session. Mr. Holmes, I understand you've been looking into the murder of Guy Clarendon.
That is correct, my lord.
Would you be so kind as to tell the court who killed Mr. Clarendon? Please choose from either your notebook or directory, Mr. Holmes.
Certainly, my lord.
Guy Clarendon.
Guy Clarendon killed himself.
I see. And what was Loretta Nolan's motive for killing Clarendon?
Oh, there we go.
She wanted the stuff that he stole.
Loretta only meant to scare him as a joke. She thought the gun was unloaded. She was jealous of his relationship with her sister Frances. She had her eye on the Cleopatra tiara. She was no longer in love with him. Clarendon had named Loretta in his will, leaving to her all his worldly goods.
Yeah, I think it's C.
I think it's C as well. Because she wasn't really capable of love
No,
anyway.
I agree now.
Yeah.
Ah, agreed. Pure and simple. Now, have you determined why Frances Nolan went to Halliday's?
I have, my lord.
Please inform the court.
Oh, she was hypnotized by her sister Loretta.
Yeah.
Not a very sisterly thing to do at all. Is there anything else you wish to report to the court?
Yes, my lord. I believe we've also solved the case of the society burglar.
You don't say. Who is the guilty party?
guy.
Remember, we may choose from either the notebook or the directory. I believe we are already aware of that, Watson.
Yeah, no shit, Watson. Guy Clarendon.
Guy Clarendon was straight from the upper crust. Why ever did he turn to a life of crime?
He was an accomplice of Gus Bullock's. No one dared to. His father cut him off financially.
Yep.
Congratulations, gentlemen. This was a difficult case.
On the contrary, my lord, it was elementary.
That's what you think.
I said it from the beginning.
The good people of London
Said it was
are forever in
Loretta.
your debt.
Not the beginning, but
my pleasure, my lord.
I said it from probably about
Halfway through the
2/3
stream.
of the way in.
It doesn't quite have the same ring, but well done. I just didn't think that we saw how Loretta learned how to do hypnotism, other than she was seeing the guy.
For 10 years.
I don't think we ever did.
Here's the thing. Maybe it's because I read a lot of these stupid, like, you know, Penny Dreadfuls and shit like that. But, like, when you have someone say something like, it's almost like having a cough in an opera. When someone says, they've been going to see this doctor for 10 years, that usually means they've learned how to do it.
I've had anal fissures for 10 years. I am now a proctologist.
I'm gonna die tomorrow. Yeah, kinda.
I just feel like we needed something a little bit.
Yeah, it
more
would've
there.
been
No,
nice to
I
have a
agree.
little
That
more
should have
space.
been
Which is
stated
why,
a bit
which
more.
is why I was more like the hypnotist literally saw Francis the night before.
Yes. And I think that was a good red herring. Honestly, I really think that was a really good way.
Which
to
is fine. I just think either we missed something or
Yeah, we
it
never
just
saw
wasn't good
how
enough.
Loretta knows how to hypnotize. But we did see that she was having lunch with her sister and then all of a sudden woke up on
Oh, I
Holmes.
know. I agree.
Right.
That was, and she said that.
except-
Wait, and she said that was the first time, which makes me think that's when she was testing it.
Possibly, except the night before, where the only person who did see her was Percy.
Well, she has
Unless-
the ability to climb very well. She must be part monkey. There's a trellis,
yeah, the
a window.
monkey.
That's true. Oh yeah, the monkey. Yeah, she's part monkey.
Trellis is a guy's place, though.
That's why
At
he
the
didn't
hotel.
see her. That's why the guy at the front desk didn't see Loretta walk in.
No, he did.
No, he saw Francis walk in, and
Yeah.
Francis did walk in.
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
not like Loretta snuck
No,
out
you're
the
right.
window.
You're right.
We got it, but I feel like we're missing something. Doesn't matter. We win.
Well, Holmes would have had it in, what, like...
40.
Which is probably when
Yeah,
I wanted to
5
say it. No,
moves or
I'm,
something
I'm
like that.
joking. I'm pretty sure
I know.
when I wanted to say it, we were at 200.
Yeah, right. Like you said, two-thirds. I'll get you. You want to get a clue?
We did it.
I don't think I have a clue in me. Like,
You have a poo in you?
no.
You're
Not anymore.
Got poo.
Been tactically expelled.
I'm legitimately just like, I'm just spent. Like, I had to work up the energy to make dinner for the kids.
Baseball?
A baseball
That's
and
not
a
a
rib.
baseball.
And a
Oh,
rib.
you're right. You don't.
Yeah, I'm just.
We gotta finish that season.
We do. But we'll be going to Carandia after this, so.
Yeah, I'm liking this a lot still.
Yeah.
No, I love this. I'm actually really enjoying this game. I have to say, I think one thing I like about this game, and even though this particular mystery, there are, in my opinion, there are definitely some holes.
I get it. It may just be that we didn't find
It's
the gap,
possible.
so it
It's
might
very
still be us.
possible. But I do like the actual detective work you do.
Oh yeah.
Like it is legitimately solving an
Oh
actual
yeah,
case.
you're taking down names and dates and times and
Right, you have to figure out the timeline of everything. You have to like take into account everybody's positions and possibility, possible motives, all of it. It's very good.
Yeah.
I really enjoy how thorough this is.
I agree. Well,
I think we have one more, right?
yeah.
I think the first thing we should do before anything else is just go and talk to all of our regulars.
Yes.
I agree.
Just get the
we should have
information.
done that this time.
Get the information from all of them. Once we do that, go take a look in the newspaper and see if anything connects.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, we went to the newspaper first. We should actually.
We did that for both of those times.
We should go to Lestrade first.
Yeah.
We should go to the.
Well, we did that. We did that for the first one as well. We went to the newspaper first when we should have gone.
Yes, we made the mistake twice. But the third time.
But the third time.
We will have it right.
Third time it stayed up. I just want to.
Oh, don't touch that. Miles will be very upset.
Oh, he and I were already playing with it earlier.
Okay, but Erica made like a little scavenger hunt for the kids. And that's... Oh, you know why they got that prize, by the way?
This one?
Not that one. That was one of the prizes from Erica's scavenger hunt. No, the reason they got the gummy worms was because the kids went to the scavenger hunt at the Crayola factory. As soon as the mom said, I think there's a scavenger hunt at the Crayola factory on Monday, Abby and Miles both went,
Yeah, what a shock.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great place, though, so I get that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I was like, legitimately, if there was one place that, like, no matter how many times you go, it's still a blast.
That's not the Franklin Institute? That's what I thought you were
Oh, that one too.
Okay. You said the one place.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. One of the places.
Okay.
Because the Franklin will always be one of my top.
I know.
I should see what exhibits are there lately. Last I checked, it wasn't anything.
Good night, Jackie.
Damn.
How awake are you?
Oh, wide awake.
Bullshit.
Can't you tell?
Are you capable of playing? Do you want to play?
Playing what?
I don't know. I've got a selection. It's the same selection. But it is a selection.
Yeah, here's the great thing about video games. I'm so addicted to them that as soon as you put a controller in my hand, everything else goes away. Hunger, thirst, exhaustion. It all just fades away to the
Urge to shit?
the unceasing pull. Oh, I can hold it in while playing a game.
So, excuse me, I have the soccer with me still. The NHL.
Oh yeah, that was a shit show. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, right. That was a shit show. Soccer. Miller.
Hockey's always fun.
Side pocket. Pebble Beach.
Pebble Beach will put me to sleep.
I
As
feel
fun
like
as
it's been a while since we did side pocket.
we could do side
That's
pocket.
my vote.
I get my ass beat at side pocket.
Yeah. Excellent. I want to do Clue, but
Yeah, Jackie was out.
that is yes, that is why we're not doing Clue.
She's got to get to bed. She doesn't. I didn't say she has to go to bed.
I know. Serve. Let's see. Who's this finish game? Yes, yeah. I don't worry. The backyard baseball will finish. Round 3 of the same game.
You won't force crash it again.
I hacked the bug away. It wasn't my fault. This was a legitimate bug in the original, and I proved it. And I found proof. Fuck.
And then fix
Fuck
it.
those guys. Yeah. Sorry, Fred. It worries me that's actually how things go for me in Terraria. I'm playing it. The next thing I know, it's 5 hours later, and I haven't eaten or drank anything or done anything else.
Exactly.
Yes, I did. I sent the screenshot to Serve. I'm fully exonerated from that particular one.
Now you just need to win it again.
Yeah. Before I put it up, let me go.
And the great thing is, now if you're losing, you can't just like, while fielding, hit 2. You're like, oops! Oh no! Oh no! Sleepy. Oh, so sleepy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of red around the toilet. Hopefully that's not from you.
Red around the toilet?
Yeah, underneath the seat.
Oh, no, that's not me. But if it were, I would never have any clue.
You never lift the seat?
No, I mean, I lift the seat. I'm just saying, I don't know why. If my ass were bleeding that much,
Oh, yeah, you would know.
I'd probably know.
Well, oh, you know what? I'm not going to say what I was about to say.
I wouldn't know for sure, but I'd probably know. I'm shitting plenty of blood, don't worry. It's just I'm not getting it under the underside of the toilet.
Okay. You don't get no blood splashback?
No, I don't think I